If Justin can continue to ascend like he is looking in practice, he's going to start week 1. He's going to be an opening day starter.
You fight for your career. Act like it, Russell Wilson. Act like it.
These takes did not age well, as Russell Wilson has been named the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers. We're going to break this down, plus Desmond Ridder just got cut and it seems like he already has a new job. Oh no. But first, I am begging and praying that this story turns out to be true. Caleb Williams, rumor has it, gave his Bears offensive lineman a gift, and it was a heart pendant chain worth over $50,000. He's given it to all the Bears linemen in hopes that they protect him. And it is supposed to be heart-shaped, but everybody made the obvious joke that this does not look like a heart, but instead looks like a big fat ball sack. This went absolutely viral. You have people saying, no way he gifted them some ball sack bling. This cannot be real. And unfortunately, it seems like it might not be real. You have a community note saying it's not clear who the owner of the jewelry is in the video. And the same exact chain has been claimed to be purchased by Drake and the streamer Aiden Ross. And it seems like this may just be engagement bait, and unfortunately this hilarious story is not going to turn out true. But after Caleb Williams has gone viral for painting his fingernails, and by the way, he said he is going to paint his fingernails for his rookie NFL season.
Yeah, I'm going to do it this year. So
yeah. You are?
Yeah, I just haven't done it for, I'm trying to keep, good spirited things on my nails.
I think if Caleb Williams wants to show that he has real swagger, he should go out there and buy this testicle necklace for his offensive lineman anyways. That will really show that he doesn't care what the haters think. One thing that is real is that this may be Dak Prescott's last year on the Dallas Cowboys. The owner, Jerry Jones, has now said that Dak Prescott will not be extended before the start of the regular season. And this is sort of crazy because a lot of people thought a deal was coming soon because CeeDee Lamb was just extended by the Dallas Cowboys. This is hands down going to make the Cowboys the biggest story of the year. Everybody is going to be watching to see how Dak Prescott does. I'm pretty sure that my favorite team, the Las Vegas Raiders, is going to be eyeing this guy at the quarterback position. If he balls out, everybody's going to be talking about how he's going to get the bag in free agency. And if he craps the bed, then everybody's going to be talking about how the Cowboys are going to move on from him. Either way, owner Jerry Jones is putting on a show for NFL fans. So for the past few weeks, really all of preseason and training camp, the media has been acting like Russell Wilson is in jeopardy of losing his job. People claim that the former Bears first-round pick, Justin Fields, was gaining some momentum and he was about to take this starting quarterback job for the Pittsburgh Steelers. You even had a new star linebacker of the Steelers, Patrick Queen, making a post hyping up Justin Fields, as if Justin Fields was going to have a good year this year and start. And honestly, it did feel like it was possible. Russell Wilson missed a good portion of training camp and his calf injury kept him out of the first preseason game. And in that first preseason game for the Pittsburgh Steelers, Justin Fields looked good. He was able to move the ball down the field. You also saw his athleticism, his scrambling ability, of course. And the only issues that Justin Fields had in that first game was from taking snaps from the center. And honestly, it was not all his fault. A lot of that falls on the center. So when you really look at his first game in preseason, it was a complete success. Not only did the absence of Russell Wilson make it seem like Fields being QB1 was possible, but you also had head coach Mike Tomlin openly talk about how there's a quarterback competition, and Tomlin really never committed to Russell Wilson as QB1. He said he had pole position, but Mike Tomlin was given plenty opportunities to praise Russell Wilson, even while the media was saying that Fields was gaining traction in the background, and he refused to do it. But now that Mike Tomlin has officially named Russell Wilson the starting quarterback for the Pittsburgh Steelers in Week 1, it seems like Tomlin had fooled the NFL world, and he really knew deep down that Russell Wilson was going to be the starter the whole time. We were able to sort of tell in the final preseason game. Russell Wilson only played one drive during that preseason game. Meanwhile, Justin Fields played over 50 snaps in the final preseason game. That just shows that Mike Tomlin was trying to protect Russell Wilson and make sure he doesn't get hurt because he is going to be the starting quarterback in Week 1. So only a few things really could have been happening. A, there was a real quarterback competition and Justin Fields super impressed the Steelers, and so they considered maybe benching Russell Wilson. I don't think that's possible, man. Russell Wilson came to the Steelers on a discounted $1 million contract because the Denver Broncos are paying off the rest of his salary. And I don't think Russell Wilson would have gone to the Steelers unless he knew behind the scenes that he was going to be the starting quarterback week 1. If they told him there was going to be a competition, then I think Russell Wilson would have gone to a different team. So maybe Tomlin was just trying to keep his opponent guessing until the last minute. Obviously, the Falcons' defensive game plan is going to be different if Justin Fields is the quarterback instead of Russell Wilson. Or maybe the Steelers are trying to boost Justin Fields' trade value. I wonder how Justin Fields is going to feel now that he has not won the starting job. Maybe he started to believe there is a real competition based off the media hype. Maybe he will ask for a trade and go to a different team, especially if somebody gets injured before the trade deadline. Speaking of the Falcons, this week 1 matchup is going to be a real revenge game for the former Falcons head coach, Arthur Smith. He is now the offensive coordinator of the Pittsburgh Steelers, and I'm sure after being fired last year, he really wants to stick it to Falcons owner Arthur Blank. And honestly, with all the Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix drama in the background, I am not high on the Falcons this year at all. We have some more quarterback news, and it is bad news for the former Falcons starting quarterback, Desmond Ridder. Desmond Ridder has been serving as a backup to Kyler Murray on the Arizona Cardinals throughout this preseason, and the young quarterback has definitely struggled. Ridder has struggled so much that he was released by the Arizona Cardinals, and after he was released, he started trending for all the wrong reasons. Desmond Ridder's DoorDash commercial came back to haunt him, and even though I do feel bad for the guy because he got cut, I cannot deny that this is absolutely hilarious. Obviously, fans are mocking the guy, saying it's his future job, this is what he's going to be doing after the NFL did not work out. That is why these NFL players need to watch out. These commercials can really come back to bite you in the ass. I mean, think about Russell Wilson and all of his cringe Subway commercials.
Be careful though, it's spicy.
Some of these are never ever going to get old. People to this day are still sharing and laughing at Derek Carr's Educational Employees Credit Union commercial where he's singing and dancing. And Desmond Ridder doing a DoorDash commercial just made it way too easy to get trolled. It turns out the Cardinals signed Ridder back to the practice squad, but that is still pretty crazy that he's not on an active roster. And this just shows how quickly the NFL moves. Think about it, just a year ago, he was the starting quarterback for the Falcons. Falcons fans were trying to convince people that he was the truth. He was going to prove everybody wrong in 2023, and that went absolutely downhill. Desmond Ridder is part of that horrible 2022 QB draft class where only Kenny Pickett was a first-round pick going to the Pittsburgh Steelers. You also had Malik Willis drafted by the Titans in the 3rd round. He has since been traded to the Green Bay Packers, going to be a backup for Jordan Love. And then you had Matt Corral being drafted by the Panthers in the 3rd round, along with Bailey Zappi to the Patriots in the 4th round. He is now on the Chiefs practice squad. And you also had Sam Howell going to the Commanders in the 5th round. He is now a backup on the Seattle Seahawks. And it's really crazy that the best quarterback in the entire 2022 draft class was Mr. Irrelevant, the final pick in the 7th round, Brock Purdy. Subscribe to me, Wi-Fi Willie, for more wild NFL content.